This is my good friend Dave. And this is my good friend Rob. I can't remember a time when these guys weren't a part of my life. A lot of stuff's changed since then, though. Some things definitely haven't.
Who would have thought we'd still be here together?
Well, where else would we be? Life tries to pull you in all different directions at once. Especially these days.
Well, never seems to pull you too far.
Rob goes to Guelph. I go to Queens. Dave? Well, he goes to Queens with me, but he did live in a castle for a year. We all grew up in the same little place, the same little neighborhood, in the west end of a big city, in the northern hemisphere of an even bigger world.
When you put it like that, no wonder we feel alone sometimes, you know?
I don't think we really understand how many people truly feel like that.
Definitely not wrong there. What makes you feel not alone?
Well, for one, the people who I know have my back. I'm fortunate in this sense, not simply for their existence, but for the ease of recognition of their existence.
A lot of people would say otherwise. A lot of people would say that nobody has your back.
You think so?
It's not black and white. Everyone has support networks, whether that's from family, friends, or elsewhere. It's hard to realize and even harder to seek.
We all go through life writing these stories for ourselves. But yeah, sometimes we get so caught up in the storyline that we forget to add the characters. Now imagine that we're all writing our own novels, each one of us, and there exists all these pressures to write a compelling story, for the protagonist to grow.
Growth has to happen at your own pace, trusting every step of the process. Some of those steps might not feel like growth, and that's okay.
Nobody has a blueprint for growth. People like to act like there is one, but there isn't. We've gone through our entire lives not talking about this kind of stuff. If there's a blueprint, it ain't that.
Yeah, but fuck before. You know it's our dialogue now that really matters.
What kind of dialogue do you want to create?
Positive dialogue. There's no real pressure in writing these stories. Because at the end of the day, there's no real blueprint. Just take a step back from yourself and write a story that you'll appreciate.
And you trust that the people you love appreciate your story as well.
Of course. And we're still kids. We're just trying to figure this thing out. Together. We are together.
Sometimes the stories we write for ourselves become challenging, non-idyllic. Regardless, begin by loving your own story, and find beauty in sharing that story with others, whether you feel it's good, bad, or anything in between.